Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. I think this will be diary entry number 2. I guess I should only hold up one. I've been doing this for my 22 days of push ups. But I wanted to take a minute and just talk about something that's been on my mind lately. And it's the subject of dreams. A buddy of mine posted on Facebook the other day, if you had pursued your childhood dream, what would you be right now? And my answer to that was a motorcycle cop. And I was influenced in that by the old TV show Chips, about the California Highway Patrol. And I remember having the board game and just loving the show and motorcycles, and it was just so cool. And here I am 43 years later, and I'm not a motorcycle cop. I've gotten to ride a motorcycle a couple of times, which has been awesome. Love to have one, but I don't know if I'm brave enough. And that's okay. That was one of the dreams that started it all. And growing up, I've gone through hundreds of dreams, at least, easily. And, some I've achieved and some I haven't. Obviously, the dream that I have achieved is being a teacher and helping students. You know, and there's lots of dreams that I have not achieved and that I never will achieve. And that's okay, because those dreams helped push me towards doing better things for myself. When I got out of the Army, one of the first things I wanted to do was buy an old race truck and race it. Never did it. Never will. And that's okay. One of the biggest things I had fun with that was the design aspect. Oh, how am I going to paint my truck and it's going to be so cool? And I just sat down and piddled with the computer technology I had at the time, and just came up with some crazy ideas. And I'd gotten into model making early on in life too. I used to make models of race cars, and I wound up finding some design software, and I was making my own design cars. I made some models for my mom as my girls were born, and it was cool. And the design aspect is a dream that's kind of influenced a lot of aspects of my life. The intro at the front of this video is my own thing. It came from up here. This right here is my logo for another dream that I had, my own publishing company, for publishing my own music that I write, Fat Beats Music. It's kind of hard to see, but my brother made this for me, and let's see if I can get it straight. There it is. Fat Beats Music. My brother cross-stitched this for me, which I absolutely love. And I designed this logo, and now it's crooked on my wall. But I designed this logo, and a couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine is getting into his own music publication, and he asked me to design a logo because he said I have a knack for this. So even a dream that I had, gosh, 16 years ago when I got out, 15, yeah, 16, 15, 16 or 17 years ago, a dream I had has influenced where I'm at right now with designing logos and just doing silly artwork. The intro video for my random thoughts. I actually had, before I started the diary channel, I had a page I called Dadpool Drums. That was yet another dream where I was going to showcase my playing, and that's something that's going to get rolled into Dadpool's diary. So I've got a Dadpool's logo. Maybe one of these days I'll have a a merchandise store or something. There's another dream pops in my head, and it's okay. It's okay to have dreams. You know, one of the YouTube channels I follow, Team Edge, they're part of a larger group that is called High Five Studios, and they're based out on the West Coast. And they got their start with just three guys playing some board games and punishing each other, punishing. And it's grown into an entire studio. They have several studio locations, several YouTube channels, and that was their dream. Excuse me, I'm getting good at that in the middle of my videos. Sorry, but it's good to have dreams. But I think dealing with depression can tie into dreams, and I think it comes from a feeling of, well, look at all these dreams that I haven't achieved. I'm failing at this, and I get that because I've done that. I've started so many different YouTube channels. Diary, though, I think I want to stick with, but I started Dadpool drums, and I started one forever ago called Sticks and Circuits, where I was gonna compose music for acoustic and electronic percussion, which ironically enough, the Sticks and Circuits was actually the inspiration for Dial-Up. So, dreams tying into another. And, I've had a personal YouTube page. I've never really done anything until now. And I think I've got the motivation and I've got the desire. Even though only 9 people told me, hey, start a vlog. We want to hear from you. That means a lot to me. And it got me thinking that, dreams are good to have. And sometimes you just need the smallest push. There are over 7 million people in the world, and out of that, 9 people want to hear from me. But look what it's done. This is diary entry number 2. And, who knows where it could lead. I'm not planning on getting famous for doing this. It'd be cool if it happened, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be cool if it did happen. Just the combination of me talking about depression and talking about my everyday life and doing some drum covers and doing some music videos and just all kinds of stuff. I just want to share with my friends and my family, and that's my dream. So if this just keeps me connected with family members and friends, then good. If I can forge some new friendships out of this, then good. It's a dream. This is a dream that I'm working on right now, and I'm excited about it. I've had so many dreams, so many dreams. I've only barely scratched the surface of dreams that I've had. I will watch other YouTubers and I'll be like, wow, that would be so cool to do that, or it would be so cool to do that. And that helps. That doesn't help, I should say. That doesn't help with my depression, because I get all these ideas of like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this. And then I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's so much that I can do. And it's overwhelming, and then you just wind up not doing anything because you're overwhelmed. So that's why I'm taking the time to do these diary entries and my little random thoughts that I've been posting on Instagram and Facebook. And sometimes you just got to do it. Take a leap. You know, this is not costing me anything except time. And I think that's a good investment. That if I can spend my time and it helps somebody else, then that is time well spent for me. Even if one thing I say in one of these videos just gets to one person and they're like, oh, yeah, I like that. I'm going to use that. So, that's time well spent for me. That's all I ask. That's all I'm asking out of this. So, if it happens to blow up because of drum covers or random thoughts or the vlog or whatever else I decide to do, super. But that's not the focus for me. I'm not, yeah, that's not the focus. So, just, if you've got dreams, if you have tons of dreams that you've never achieved, don't be down on yourself. Because we've all got tons of dreams that we've never achieved. And that's just part of life. I will say this. This again, just my thoughts on the matter, is that we hold ourselves to ridiculous standards. And I think we need to relax those standards in our minds. I didn't graduate college until I was in my mid-late 30s. I didn't get my dream job until I was almost 40. Ever since high school, I dreamed of being a teacher, dreamed of being a band director. And it wasn't until 2016. I graduated in 1995, and it wasn't until 2016 that I got my dream job, the one dream that had stuck with me, being a music teacher. And, I made it. I made it through college. I had friends and I had family. My wife pushed me through college. There were times that I just wanted to give up. I didn't want to do it anymore. And she pushed me. And, find some people that'll push you. If you need a push, I'll push you. Hunt me down. Find me Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. YouTube. I'll give you a push. I don't know if I can, but I will try. Find people that'll push you. Don't live to other people's timelines. My oldest daughter is going through it right now. With this COVID stuff has made her online college, and it's overwhelming. And that's a story for another time. That may be my next diary entry, is talking about all this online teaching stuff from the parent's perspective and the teacher's perspective, because I think a lot of wires are getting crossed there. But I don't want to go off on that tangent. But my daughter, she took a year off from school when she graduated, or two. Was it one or two? Tori, I don't remember. I'm sorry, honey. But and it's so easy to look as like, oh, look at all my friends graduating, blah 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 blah, and then here you are in the middle of your freshman or sophomore year, and all your friends are graduating and getting jobs. How y'all think I felt? And I'm not doing this to compare. Remember, everybody's plate size is different. But here I am, 30 some years old, going back to school with kids that are fresh out of high school. But I tell you, I have formed some of the best friendships that second go round in college. And, that was all part of the dream. It was all part of the dream. So don't live on anybody else's timeline, no matter what it is. I'm 43 now. I bought my first house when I was 42. You see all these posts going around like, oh, look at me, I'm 16 years old and I just bought a new house and blah blah. Good, that's awesome for you. But don't compare yourself to other people. Don't run your timeline according to everybody else. 42 before I bought my first house, you know, 36, 37, I don't remember. I'm so bad with numbers, but 36, 37 before I graduated college. Almost 40 before I got my dream job. Does that make me a failure? Heck no. You know, it's that was my timeline. You may be 50, 60 before you buy your first house. Good. Celebrate it. Don't think that you have to come right out of high school and go to college and then find the perfect job and get the perfect house. And live a little. Live a little. It hurt me because I spent years and years and years comparing myself to everybody else. Like, oh my gosh, all these kids are going to be, you know, they're going to have their jobs before the age that I even got back into college. That was my timeline. Looking back on it now, and with the outlook I have now, it's great. I loved it. I wouldn't traded it for the world. Yeah, I went through a lot of rough time. Everybody does. It's what life is. You think you're doing good, and then boom. Just like with the deer. I was doing great, and then boom. Hit by a deer. No car. Still working on that. It's only been 2 or 3 days, but still, make your own timeline. Make it your own. And try not to worry about what other people say. Oh, you're this old and you don't have any kids? Well, maybe you don't want them, and that's fine. This old and you don't know what you want to do for life? And I just messed up my headphones. Okay, I need to quit playing with the cord. Sorry. Trying to be serious here, and I'm just... Live your life for you. Do what makes you happy. It's tough. But life is tough. Just be tough with it. Live your dreams. Dream your dreams. Achieve them, don't achieve them. But don't let that stop you from dreaming your dreams. I love y'all.